So let's go over the different light types that Unity has. I've already showed you the directional light, and if we go to the scene view, you can see it, and it shows the vector where the light is being cast from. So regardless of what position it has, the only factor in its transform that is factored into the light is its angle or its rotation. So you can see I'm changing the position, but the lights, the lit faces on these cubes are not changing. And I even go past the cubes, and again, they're still being lit. But what does affect it is the angle. So if I rotate it, you can see it's affecting which faces get lit on the cubes. So the best analogy for this is sunlight. In fact, when you are trying to recreate sunlight in your game, you would use a directional light. Okay, so let's disable this directional light for now. And let's add a point light. So I'm going to reset it so that it's at the center, which happens to be where the first cube is located. And then I'm just going to move the point light so you can see how it's affecting the scene. So it basically means there's light emerging from this point to a radius of this sphere that you see here. And the range controls the sphere size. And there is a gradient cutoff. Okay, so let's move on to the next light source, a spotlight. And I'm going to show you a shortcut along with the spotlight. So obviously a spotlight works just like a spotlight in real life. So I want to aim it at these two cubes from my current view. So I'm going to hit Control-Shift-F, and it aligns whatever you have selected to face the direction that the scene camera is facing towards. So I'm going to do that again, Control-Shift-F. And you can see how that works. So I'm going to move it closer, and you can see the intensity and the cone effect on the two cubes. So it's fairly standard, just a typical spotlight. And those are the basic light sources that you will be using in your game. Okay, so let's disable the spotlight. We'll keep the point light and just move it that way a bit. Let's turn down the intensity on the directional light. And I'm actually going to use Control-Shift-F to change the angle. So you can see how the directional light and the point light are both lighting the cubes. And I'll explain why I'm doing this in just a second.